Okay. Uh, the IoT has been more organizingly, it has been huge range in industries for nowadays. Not only industries, in hometowns and applications, more they have been implemented. Yeah, if you see, it was a device typically it embedded within a technology such as the sensors and the software and can be related included often in mechanical and digital machines and the consumer objects. Increasingly, the organizations and a variety of industries were using the IoT to operate more these qualities, which is called in a more efficiency, deliver enhanced customer services to improve the decision making and main thing to any industry, any marketing area, which was an increasing of a value of an businesses. With an IoT, there was no need of an human to human interaction or an human to computer interactions. Well, IoT is all often if we give any application of a network. Okay. It is all about communicate. It is all about networking of an in between the two devices. If we give any sensor on any application of a processing towards any hardware device or hardware machine, it can be inbuilt with a smart way, and it can be we can be use it in a daily way applications also in that way. So it's going to be software on it's going to have some sensors and it's going to mechanically going to be included with some digital machines and some consumer objects. So I think in a general way we can say to be it is all about inbuilding of a sensors to alert the driver. For example, I'm just saying to alert the driver, it has been inbuilt with some sensors the vehicle the tire pressure has been low. So it sends an alert for a sensor that the driver has been some alerting sensor so that he can enhance the problem or he can see the other source of to out of to get a bit danger. In this way only, in other natural way, the man-made can be assigned as an internet protocol to address and it enable to transfer the data over a network. Okay, and it has been used in a artificial intelligence and machine learning to aid the making of a data collection processes easier and a more dynamic in a way. Okay, okay. Let's see why was it important mainly because it was important mainly just to it helps people to live and work smarter as we everyone know everyone wanted to be in nowadays. So it people that can live and work smarter and save the time the more easily if I can say and just like an example such as automatic cars and smart watches and etc they improves the life and saves the life and it saves the time to where most important nowadays because by processing of multiple works we couldn't manage it and we couldn't done properly end of the day but this make the work easier and the life easier and the saving point compared to the other communications. Okay, and it was the most important technology and it continues to be advanced and a more business realize that the potential of a connected devices to keep them a competitive. Okay, and yeah, we're gonna use in artificial intelligence and machine learning just because of a collection of a process gonna be easier and a more dynamic and yeah it is all about the networking uh, it is all about the networking of a two device, intelligent devices of an exchanging and transmitting of a data and at a cloud and in between the IoT devices itself. So in a typically the embedded it with the technology with of a sensors and the software and it can be included with some mechanical and digital machines and consumer objects and it consumable objects and it increasingly the organizations in a variety of industries were using IoT it operates a more efficiency and delivery enhancement customer services it includes a more decision making and the increase the value of an business with an IoT the data has been transmitted without any requiring of any human to human interaction or a human to computer interactions the basically the point was yeah this is all about IoT intro the basic intro and coming to the I would evaluation of an internet, the firstly they have not gone through properly internet. They have done some kind of communication. Nowadays we are calling an internet and a source in between are both of them. But the previous days used to be they have started this thing called internet before the thing which was said to be a communication. The communication is nothing but passing of an information, just like a IoT, the data passing of an information between the two persons or two devices or two particulations. So in that way, they have done a telegraph, which was the first landline, has been developed in the year of 1830 and the 1840s, which was described as a wireless telegraphy. The first radio voice transmission took place on July 3, 1900. In the way has been developed the Internet of Things, and it has been begun properly in the 1950s, a thing called Internet. But earlier stages, the communication has been done in between two telegraphs, just like the first landline in the year 1830s itself. So the evaluation of an internet has been not a particularly, but is slant of recently. It has been started from the year of 1830. It's not a processing of a 2 or 3 years or a year of 5 years. It's not a 10 years. It's been years of hundreds years of processing. So in the evaluation has a huge history compared to the other communications and the other networks. And the person called Kevin Anston in the year 1999 has been took place of a proper IoT, which was Internet of the Things has been coined first. So the first and to he described the making of a presentation of a Procter and Gamble, which is a good services. Like it's a kind of a good services. It's like while making up a presentation, yeah, kind of a good it's a kind of a good services. It's a product selling the range itself. So yeah, he had a definition of Internet of Things in that time. So by raising up this Internet of Things, it just became a broader and faster terms connectivity, because the passing of any data from one device to other device, it was a major important to any field or to any sector, to any day life or any working or an office and wherever. The passing information makes a big deal compared to other works. So yeah, coming to here, it refers to be millions of physical devices connected to the internet and provided a platform. Okay, see, it provided a platform for every industry to foster innovation and productivity. Yeah, that's what the starting evaluation. And yeah, actually, it as an ecosystem, just like I have said before, it was an ecosystem which was interlinked with the devices. It exchanged the data and over a wide and a wireless network. And yeah, like the smartphones, laptops, smart electronic applications, and office equipments or in the home equipments, or whatever the device has been tagged with a sensor. And mostly the 90% of IoT things has been done with the connecting of a tagged with a sensor itself only. The data has been generated by the devices itself by sharing servers in the located clouds. Just like I have mentioned before, the processing of an exchanging of an data and the correcting of an data will be done in between only devices. Okay, in interlinked devices or in a cloud. Okay, in the only two processes it has been done, or in a primes, which primes has been defined as it is a base of a work, or no, it's a land of a work. Price means premise means, and then it gains help of taking a decisions, just like I have mentioned before in industrials. If you see an example, it has a more efficiency, and it delivers enhancements customer services, and it improves the decision making and improves the increasing of the values of the businesses, which was the most important to any organizations, increasing of the profits in a easiest way. So the IoT was one of the main thing to them to inbuilt the predicting profits. So yeah, in this office and all over the areas. No, yeah, not only in small applications, but also in a huge applications like a gated communities and the universities and the campus and the cities. They have a huge areas to implement this thing called IoT. Not only in the home applications, just like a automatic fan or a washing machine or the TV. Like not only in that way, but also in the way of malls and the colleges and the managements, etc., etc., has been. Wait a minute. Okay, then. Yeah, it has been connected over an habituous part of our daily life, and it has related to the products and services like I have mentioned before itself. It makes sense to understand the evaluation of an IoT and the knowledge of the past equipments of a forecast of future. Yeah, it's like I have mentioned, not only in earlier stages, it has been inbuilt this much fastly. It took several stages to inbuild this much of a huge range of a networking and this much fastest range compared to the any other network. The IoT was the fastest thing and the smartest thing. So in a future itself, we can see the more of advantages of this. And yeah, coming to the milestones of an IoT, the ARP, which was the first thing, which was abbreviation of an Advanced Research Projects Agency and a network. It was a founded of a U.S. Department of Defense ARPA. Okay, the David in that history it has been started. It was founded by the U.S. Department of Defense ARPA, European, and it was all about the first public packet switched computer network. It was the first computer network. It was used in the 1969, which was used for academic and research purposes. Okay, it was used for academic and research purposes. And yeah, it was the first step of milestone of an IoT. In earlier stages, in 1982, the Million University of Computer Science Department, David Nissus wanted to know the department's cook vending machine hold a cold soda bottle, and he wanted to know the story of that. And furthermore, it was evaluated by the two members and one of the research member, which was a Mike, and over the two students and the John, and they have wrote a code for it, and they have done some status for it, and then later in 1989, the team has been proposed the World Wide Web, which was the foundation of an internet. He brought the internet towards a thing of an stage of our stage, the first stage of an internet of a thing. It has been proposed of a framework of a World Wide Web, and in the year of 1919, the name of a team banners. In 1990, the John Romkey has developed the toaster that to turn on and off the internet. Yeah, the using of an application is quite okay, but has to be the browser on or browser closed. So it has been brought to the state or in the year 1990 in the John, which was a man called John Romkey. And the researchers and scientists have been thing of a coffee. It's like the before person has been done with a cold Coke. It's like now they have done with a coffee, sorry, caffeine of a cold or hot in that sense. And they have done some researches with that. In 1993, he has been spotted a library in the library of a University Cambridge in the year 1993. The two persons are called as a Quachin and a Paul. They have imaged as an interior plot was uploaded by the building of a service every twice of a minute, and then later the image has been viewed in online itself. Okay, the image has been viewed in online itself. The next milestone of a development of an IoT came in the year 1999 when Kevin Anston, which was the first man, bought up the thing called Portal and Jamble. With that, he has included the Internet of Things, and he bought what was the thing which has to be held. So he again coined the term of Internet of Things, bought a proper with an proper with an knowledge of a research. Then he brought up with the stage. It was a title of a presentation. He made a Proto and Gamble, which he was working at a point of a time about a linking of RFID and PNG supply chain in the internet. The term IoT began has been mainstream published in slates like a Gurdon and Scientific American in the year of 2003 and 2004. Then after the period, the US department has been took place this into these stores, and they have used the Internet of Things for their uses, and they have implemented, they have tested in our way. And then later, United States has been telecommunications has been acknowledged the impact of an IoT in the reporting as a 2005. So it has predicted that it has created some entirely new dynamic of a network of a networks. So in the earliest stage, to March 2008, the first IoT conference has held in a Georgia. It brought together researchers and practitioners from the both academy and industry to facilitate the sharing of knowledge. In the same year, US National Intelligence Council included the Internet of Things as one of the six respective civil technologies. They brought up of an counseling, and they made the thing Internet of Things not only for stores and the things, it is all for the technology which can be implemented and it can be inbuilt so very well. And then in the year 2011, the term called white paper, it has done major part compared to all these things. So in the year 2011, the white paper, the Cisco Internet Business Solutions Group said that the Internet of Things has truly been said to be born in between the 2008 and 2009. So they have done some kind of research in between the 2008 and 2009, and they bought this thing called a white paper. And the number of things has been connected to this internet, exceeding of a number of people has been connected to it also. The internet is nothing but, as we discussed normally, it is a connection of it between the two devices. That itself, they have. Wait a minute. In a year 2011, the white paper has been came and it brought a major change and it went to the several stages over the Internet of Things, not only in the US and also the several countries has been inbuilt by. They bought a rule which called has been the internet is nothing but just has been used in the stores, but also it has been a communication between the two people. So they have done this thing and they got a some kind of graph, approximately ratio they have been inbuilt in the year 2003 to 2010, which was 0. 0.8 in the 2003 and is 1.84 in the 2010. They have been built at this thing. Together with the white paper, the Cisco has been related many education materials. So not only for a communication, they bought this thing called white paper term has been for two sectors, which was educational material and for the starting of a marketing innovations. So the client has been adopted to the IoT and IBM and it's joined the race after, and it became a big deal and it became a big deal just like a high scale in the 2011. And they went to they have decided not only for this for education materials and the marketing sectors but also for the emerging of the technologies were in a race. So finally in the year 2013, they have released the report that predicting that the IoT market has to grow at a CAGR in the CAGR of 7.9 percentage to reach a USD with a 8.9 trillion by the 2020. So like this, it has been implemented a huge sector, and nowadays let's just see how the network has been built. So yeah, this is all about an evaluation of an internet. May it confuses you, but just go through once. You're gonna really understand very well. And yeah, okay, guys. Thank you. See you tomorrow with the other topic tomorrow. Okay. Thank you so much.